Well, hello everybody, this is Malaysia, it's 2017. Let's have a look. We're on the grid, I'm in 4th, that's not too bad. I know that it could be tight at the start, although to be fair, we haven't done too bad at the start recently. Off we go. Up ahead, the 3 guys are jostling for position. I'm going to stick it around, stay out of trouble on the outside, I think, give some room to anybody on the inside. What you'll notice is Dave's made an excellent start and is about to make a superb getaway. Oh, Craig comes across. I just give him the lightest of tiny taps. I couldn't quite stop myself in time. No harm done, but Dave's exit from that previous corner has given him the lead. He puts a wheel on the dirt on the left, on the curb, spits him across the road, and we all have to avoid him as he comes back on from the left. I managed to do that. Craig hasn't quite got into his rhythm. I close up. Again, I'm starting to make a little bit of ground on Craig, but Craig has only eyes for the man ahead. He knows that Samir's on the harder tyre, and this is the big chance. That's a lot of dirt from Craig. I drop back a little. Craig thinks he sees a gap, and well, there isn't really one there, and he had to. I think he may have just slightly made contact, but it's that exaggerated spin technique that comes out in this game. I thought it was so exaggerated spin that he wasn't going to be behind me, but there he is. His recovery was very quick, and I found that I've got Craig on my tail. I'm looking at Samir, but I know that realistically, even with my tyre advantage, I'm not going to manage that. So let's just keep looking ahead, keeping it neat, and checking behind for what's happening with Craig. Now, Craig is not going to get DRS at this point. It's still too early in the race. I'm in 2nd. Things are looking quite good. Feeling quite pleased with myself at this point. Craig's gonna come along, and what you will see is that he will arrive at the first corner from a little bit of a grassy moment, which catches me out and means that I run into the back of him virtually, because I really wasn't expecting him to arrive so far from the right, slightly sideways. Nevertheless, that means that he's got ahead of me. He runs a little wide out of there, and I do a nice neat couple of corners again and put myself right with him. Craig's gone out a little wide there, which means I can close right back up again. It's going to be a little tricky through here, and this is what catches me out. I'm watching Craig. Craig has made a mistake. I have to give him room, but I run out of room, and Dave shoots by on the right. Does a fantastic job of avoiding me. He must have been thinking, what on earth were they playing at? But never mind. A little bit later, you'll notice I come out of that corner a little wide. It's lap 3. I put some wheels on the dirt, and we've all been running pretty close together, so this gives Rob a good run. Which way are you going to go? I've got to check. He looks like he's going to go for the inside, and indeed he does. He slides through. There's no way for me to retaliate by trying to go around the outside there, so we'll tuck back in. And I've had a problem with this corner previously with Craig, so we'll just follow through here and keep it neat. Rob's doing nice race at this point. Rather a lot of dirt there, which allows me to catch up somewhat and makes me think that I might theoretically have a go, but I can see Rob's not going to see me. Oh, back out of it, back out of it. Let him go. Maybe time to look after the tyres a bit, and Rob's running pretty fast. As you can see from the map, we're not far apart from each other, so this is going quite well. Perhaps we just let's consider keeping going like this for a while longer. So, tyres are now beginning to wear, even though it's only lap about 5. I've pulled back up onto the tail of Rob, and I'm thinking I'm going to go past. He seems to be struggling. He's possibly used his tyres more than me. So I've come up behind him. 30 on in the lap, so we don't want to get too excited. There will be DRS opportunities later if we need to. All neat through there, but grip is ebbing away through here, and Rob drifts ever so slightly wide, which gives me the chance to go past. I'll make sure there's plenty of room on the inside in case he tries to lunge back, but no, that's Rob's been sorting himself out, so that's a pass. I'll do my best here to try and keep it neat. Even though I went a little wide there, we are now beginning to feel that degradation. The car's not quite going exactly where we want it. Maybe possibly a little bit wider there than I want it to be. And it's here Then I feel it again, lock up slightly, run a tad wide. I can feel Rob coming. There he is. And now I'm thinking I'm going to have to work this all out again. I'm going to have to get past him again. But in actual fact, Rob's about to head for the pits. My tyres, although they weren't as good as they had been, obviously, didn't feel that bad. So I'm opt to keep out. In fact, it was only because Rob went in the pits that I do this and start having a look at my tyres. Oh, I think a bit orange. Strange. Sure enough, one of them punctures later on that lap, and you'll see if you look at my speedo, we get to about 90 something, and then we don't go any faster. I've got a puncture, and that's a Renault gone past me. In fact, that's John who's had a tough old race. John, we told him about to use the clutch thing, and it didn't work out that well, so we got an immediate penalty. Watch as the other guys come through. Well, they're actually not coming through there. I'm just about getting away with it. So I go in the pits, and really I'm thinking that there's other people coming in the pits too. Some of these guys are coming in for intermediates, and I'm hoping that my team might sort me out with inters, but they don't. I didn't really have time to find my way through all the buttons and make sure that I got what I wanted. And although other members of the racing community were out there thinking about inters, my chance to put the one at this point in time disappears as my team fit another set of tries. So off we go. Not a problem, I think, at this stage. A bit disappointed, but I don't think it's too much of a problem. I come out, and in fact, as you can see, lap 8, at first it's not too bad. I'm monstering the back of Hulkenberg, there's no way around there, but I'm definitely faster than him. I'm P10, so it's not gone too bad. See if we can go, yeah, we can go past him, but eventually gets too much. And lap 9, P11, I thought I was definitely going to get into this time, but again you'll see they put me on wets, and you may remember that Hulkenberg bloke that I dealt with earlier. He's safely put his inters on like every sensible person, and he's just about, I think, to pass me. Here he comes. Whoosh. Can I do anything about it? Well, not really. It's Toro Rosso. He has far more grip than me. I've got a Mana behind me. This is always going to be hard work now. P13. Struggling. The Mana is going to come up. The Mana's going to actually get past me and have a little bit of a wobble, which makes me have to take evasive action. He comes up. He turns in. He does a little slide there as he tries something, a bit power down or something, and I had to dodge him. So by the time I get my inters on, it's P21 out of 22 for me. This race doesn't appear to have gone very well at all. The good news for me is that after that I had a fairly straightforward run. I was reasonably quick. Craig had a problem, and I moved all the way back up into the podium. So that was a bit of a result. Thank you, and good night.